Alright, Shalom Yasharallah. Alright, before we get started, we'll give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone, the teaching for well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back out in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel of the kingdom to the Hebrew Israelites, who are the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, Native Americans, and those who are scattered abroad amongst the other nations, who look like other nations, but are in fact are Israelites. All right, out here preaching the gospel of the kingdom of repentance, and telling you to repent before the Lord, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, returns, his real name is Yahweh Shai. All right, and he's going to destroy America, Babylon the Great, via the chariots, which you call UFOs, and the nuclear missiles. All right, and this week's title of this lesson is Prophesy against Mount Seir. All right, and if you don't know who Mount Seir is, you know, in this lesson you'll learn today. All right, so let's get straight into it. All right, let's start in the beginning. Let's get Genesis. All right, this is Genesis chapter 25. All right, in verse I'm gonna start at 19. All right, this is Isaac. You know, now we know that Abraham. All right, Abraham had many sons, but the promise went to Isaac. That's Isaac. All right, and Isaac had who? Jacob and Esau. All right, so it's Isaac, Jacob, Salakia, Abraham, Isaac, then Jacob. All right. So this Genesis 25. I'm gonna start at verse 19. All right, and it says, "And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son." Right? Abraham begat Isaac. All right. Started with Abraham. Then that promise was made to Abraham. Then it went to Isaac. Now Isaac gave that promise to Jacob, and Jacob passed it on to his sons. Right? It says, verse 20, "And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, all right, for his wife, because he was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, Two nations." All right, you hear that? Two nations. All right. "Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels." All right. Jacob and Esau are going to be two totally different people. All right. It says, "And the one people shall be stronger than the other people." Right. We're going to be stronger than Esau. Right. It says, "And the elder shall serve the younger." The elder shall serve the younger. And then that did happen during the time of King David. All right. And it's going to happen again in the kingdom of heaven. Right. It says, verse 24, "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment." Now Esau didn't come out hairy, all right? He came out red like an hairy garment, right? And hey, Shalom Yahabashim Yahweh Shabrak to you brothers coming in, all right? I'm gonna read it again. Genesis 25:25. "And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them." See, Isaac was 80 years old when she bare Jacob and Esau. See that? So Jacob and Esau were brothers, all right. But one's gonna grow up to be wicked, and the other one's gonna grow up to be righteous, that the Lord loved. It tells you that in Malachi, the first chapter, right? Verse 27, "The boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field." He was in the wilderness. That's why you see, you know, some of these, you know, what they call them, rednecks and hillbillies. But some of them are Israelites, right? But most of them are Esau, man. They dwell in the field. They climb. They go mountain climbing. You don't see Jake doing that. All right, they go to, you know, the cold climates, right? I'll read it again. Verse 27, "And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau, but he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. He was called Edom. All right. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. So I can read it again. And Jacob said, verse 31, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. You see, Esau despised his birthright, man. You see, he didn't care for the birthright. He for some pottage, he gave it up, right? And we go into this because we're at the end of Esau's. I meant to say that in the beginning. We're at the end of Esau's world, man. You see, Esau. This is Esau's age. This is his world right now. But as we see it, it's about to come to an end. All right, that's why we're going into the prophesy against Mount Seir, man. Prophesy against Esau, because this is the end of their world, and the beginning of Jacob and Jacob that followed is the beginning of Jacob's world. Let's get that in. All right, if we can, let's get Second Esdras, chapter 6. Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9, it says, I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau, Salakia, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Esau is the end of this world, man. All right. Esau is, and when you go to the word world, then you go to in the New Testament in the Greek, it's the world. Depending what verse you in, it means aeon, right? Salaki, and the brother put a scripture up. We're going to read that as well. Hebrews 12 and 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. Salakia. Read it again. It says, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. Right? And it says, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. That's talking about Esau, man. You know, we'll get into that little. We'll read that next, little willing. 2 3 and 13. Now, when they live so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him, right? Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showedest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. So Jacob became a great multitude. See that? The Lord put by Esau, man. So he wasn't gonna get the blessing anyway, right? The water for that, brother. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's get now. Let's go to Genesis 27. All right, because Jacob got a blessing, although he's still Esau. Jacob did get a I said Jacob. Esau still got a blessing. All right. Although they say he stole the birthright. People say that he stole the birthright, but as we just read, he sold it. He didn't care for that birthright. But let's read it though. This is Genesis 27 and verse. I'm gonna start at 34. And the title. Look at the title if y'all can see it. Esau begs for his birthright. You probably won't show it, but hey. But this is verse 34. It says, Esau begs for a blessing, Salakia. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry. and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? Right, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. Then Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off his neck. So Esau even got a blessing. He got what was his blessing? He got the dew of heaven. He got the fatness of the earth. All right, and we see that right now, man. All right, and then when Esau came into power, he came into power during the Greek Empire, right? Through Alexander the Great. You see? And Esau, then he went through Rome, which that wasn't they didn't get the blessing then, but that's when they got it now. This is the time that they had the fatness of the earth, right? They rule over everything, right? I read it again. It says, verse 40, and by thy sword thou shalt live. Yeah, he was blessed with the sword, man. He was going to take people's lands, all right? Look what he did to the Native Americans over here, to the Issachar and them, the Northern Kingdom, right? Took the land from them, and he does it to these other nations. Because, matter of fact, let's get Micah real fast. I think it's in Micah 2. One second. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power. It is the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's talking about Esau, man. All right, they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. That's what they did to the Native Americans, man. They took their land away by violence. You see, and they've always been violent toward the Israelites. You know, let's get Exodus 17, right? This Exodus, hold on. Exodus 17 and verse 8, right? It says, Then Amalek, which Amalek, he was a descendant of Esau. Matter of fact, before we read that, we gotta go get that. All right. This Genesis 36 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. See that? Not Ishmael, not Japheth, not Ham, not the Arabs. They're not Esau, man. Okay. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Now his seed is spread among them. All right, because he did, he also went out through the 4 corners of the earth, right? Because he's in power, So he went to these other nations and dwelt with their women, But the Arabs, they come from Ishmael, Elam. Arabs come from Ishmael. The East Indians, they come from Elam, right, and so on and so forth. But Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, and Bashemath, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebajoth. And Adah verse 4, and Adah bare to Esau Eliphaz, and Bashemath bare Ruel, all right, and Aholibamah bare Juesh, and Jalam, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan. You know, so Esau had sons, and they had sons. Right, jumping down, and Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters, and all the persons of his house, and his cattle, and all his beasts, and all his substance, which he had gotten in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob. For their riches were more than that they might dwell together, and the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, and Mount Seir. You see, so that's why it says in Prophesy against Mount Seir, because why? That's where Esau was living. You see, I'm gonna jump down to verse 11. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timnah was a concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, right? And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. So Amalek came from Eliphaz. You see that? So going back to Exodus, let's get Exodus 17 again. Salaki. Now you know who Amalek is. So this is Exodus 17 and 8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go out. Salaki. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go out fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God, right, the Most High, in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said unto him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses and Aaron and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him. And he sat thereon, and Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a message, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nissi. For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. You see, so the Lord's going to have a war with these people. All right, and then we're in a time where the Lord's about to take down their kingdom. The Lord's about to take down, all right, Esau's kingdom. Right, we're in that time. We're in the time of the end. Right. Let's get I had another one. Let's jump to nope. This is chapter. This is the book of, I'm trying to get it, give me 1 second. Yeah, this is the book of Job, all right, 9 and 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. We just read, all right, Esau would have, you know, the fatness of the earth in his hand, man. He would get it by, he would live by the sword. See? So we know who the wicked are. The wicked is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting at the top, making elites. All right, the Rothschilds, all right, the Rockefellers, right? Oppenheimer, you know, the what's they called? Goldsman and Sack, right? These are the wicked of the earth, man. And Amalek as well. You know, the small ass, the 48ers. All right, these are the wicked of the earth. You see? Let's read it again. It says there, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, where? Who is he? If it's not Esau, which some people will say, but it is Esau, man. All right. It was a one scripture I wanted, but it's all good. I'll come back to me. Let's get You know, because a lot of people will say that Esau can be saved, but no, Esau can't be saved, man. Like we read in Hebrews, let's get it. Let's read it again. This is Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews 12 and 16, it says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat, right, sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance. Though he sought it carefully with tears, he had no place for repentance, man. They can't repent. All right, they're profane to the Lord, man. Let's get Malachi. All right. Let's get Malachi. Salakia. Yeah, Malachi 1, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein thou hast loved us. Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people of whom the Lord have indignation forever. They are the border of wickedness, man. You see, that's the Lord. That's what the Lord calls them, the wicked, the border of wickedness. You see, because that's what they practice. They all that's Salaki. That's all what they practice, man. That's all they do is wickedness, man. Let's get Psalms. They're not set to push righteousness, right? This is Psalms 36, right? In verse 1 it says, the transgression of the wicked saith within my heart that there is no fear of the Most High before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Right, he abhorreth not evil, man. He goes towards it. You know? And abhor means what? Refuse or reject. Let's get Psalms chapter 10. Right? This is Psalms chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, why standest thou afar off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through his pride, the wicked through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. They think they're never going to go down, man. They think they're never going to have it hard. But when they get in slavery, when they get in the kingdom of heaven, when we put slavery on them, then they'll be in adversity. But right now, this is their kingdom. This is their time to rule, right? It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. And who are the poor? The poor is the Israelites, man. Right? He lieth in wait. Verse 9, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And they sit in these dark places when they sit in their police cars, right? Just waiting. You see? So these people are wicked, man, and they can't be saved. All right, that's why I says we must prophesy against Mount Seir. Let's just get it. All right. Let's get Ezekiel. Matter of fact, let's get Jeremiah first. Jeremiah 49. Right? Jeremiah 49 and verse 7. It says, concerning Edom, right? Thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Right? Which Teman was they were the wise men of Edom. Right? Your Germans, right? They would be considered Teman. It says, concerning Edom, thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. Verse 10 again. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. The Lord is about to make Esau bare, man. Right, he's about to show the wickedness that he has done. Verse 11. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. And that was talking about the Israelites, man. We're not. We weren't supposed to take of that cup of the Lord, but it happened that way, right? Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Baruch to you brothers coming in. All right. Verse continuing on, and that in verse 12. And art thou, Salakia, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Right? You can't go unpunished. All the wicked things that Esau has done. If we ain't going, if the Israelites ain't going unpunished, damn sure these other nations ain't going unpunished, right? Verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. I have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her. Rise up to the battle. Right, these other nations are gonna come up against Esau. Eventually, today is America. This is where they rule out of. You see, verse 15. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Right, these nations are starting to hate you now. They're starting to hate Esau's rule. You see the tyrant that he's doing. All right, the things the things that he goes throughout the earth. Right, bombing these people, bombing nations. You know, send up hitmen, economic hitmen, right, puppet leaders, right. Verse 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. The Lord's going to bring them down, man. He's going to humble him. Isaiah 47, right? It says, verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall the son of man dwell in it. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan, against the habitation of the strong, but I will certainly make him run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And that's talking about what? World War III. As you see right now, those people over in the Holy Land who call themselves Jews but are not, right? They're gonna lead America, Babylon the Great, into World War III. And these other nations they're gonna bring out. Let's read it again. Right? It says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make them he shall make their habitations desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise at their fall. At the cry, it says, at the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as an eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. Man, woo! All right. So this is the judgment of Esau Edom, man. That's about to come upon them. Their time of ruling is over. Their little season they came back into is almost up, right? Because we know they came back during the Renaissance period, right? Which Renaissance means what? Rebirth, right? During from the Roman Empire. You see, we'll get into that Lord willing, but let's get to Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel 25, right? It says in verse 12, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom has dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate, from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord Yahweh." You see, and we're going to take up vengeance upon Edom, man. Right? Let's get Obadiah. Obadiah, right? And they don't tell you this in the Christian church. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 1, which is only one chapter long, but this is Obadiah verse 1. It says, "The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" Right? He starts to get proud, man. You see? These people are the proudest people on the earth. They think they can never be taken down, right? I'll read it again, verse 3. "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee," which is your mind. It says, "Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though," it says, "though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, will they have not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, which is the dollar, right, have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?" See, so the Lord's about to bring judgment upon these people, man, upon the wicked elite, upon the children of Esau, right? So where was we at? Let's go back to Ezekiel. Let's get Ezekiel 28. Matter of fact, let's get 30. Let's get 35. We'll read 28 later. Ezekiel 35, all right, and 1, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. And that's what we're doing. All right, we're setting our face against Esau, Edom, right, who dwelt in Mount Seir. We're prophesying against them, right? I read it again. "Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. A perpetual hatred, man. You see, they continuously shed blood against us, starting back in when we came out of Egypt, right? I'll read it again. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare blood, Salakia. I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Saith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and thy valleys, and all thy rivers shall they fall. Salakia. Read that again. Verse 8. And now fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. You see, the Lord's gonna destroy these Edomites, our so-called white man. Starting with the top, begging the least. And let's get this: not all white people are Edomites. You got some of them who are Israelites. You see, because we're also scattered among the nations. We're scattered among these heathens. We're scattered among Esau and Ishmael and Moab and Ammon, right? Who are the so-called Chinese, Japanese, and white man, Arabs. We're scattered among all nations, man. You see, so you're gonna have so-called white people, all right, so-called looking white people, looking like them, but their spirit is a Jake. Their spirit goes back to the one of the tribes of Israel, man. You see, so I read verse 10. It says, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume, right? And they done it in slavery, right? Which the Lord, He allowed that. He allowed Esau to do that to us. You see, it says, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them, right? They boast against the Most High, saying we don't need the Lord, right? We can do better without Him. That's why they are making GMO foods, right? The air is messed up. They're trying to do better than the Heavenly Father, man. You see? Verse 14, thus said the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. The Lord's going to make Esau desolate, man. You see? As it says, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. It says, thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Lord. The Lord's going to make them desolate, man. You see? And the Lord's going to do that by destroying America. This is where they rule out of, man. This is the modern day Basra. This is the modern day Idumea. All right? This is where they dwell at. This is their habitation. Okay, and the Lord's going to destroy it by nuclear destruction, man. See? So let's get where's we're going to go at? Let's go over here. Let's read let's go into Daniel chapter 2. All right, because because like we read in Genesis, they said they're gonna rule by the sword. They're gonna have the fatness of the earth, right? So we gotta go into that and see where they came into power, right? This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 36 says, this is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king, right? Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the Most High of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, The beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven hath he given unto thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. That was the Babylonian kingdom. All right. It says, verse 39, and after thee shall arise another kingdom, inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. Now in that time, the second kingdom was the second kingdom was the Medo-Persian Empire, right? And after that came the third kingdom was the Greek Empire, right? Which came by Alexander the Great. But it says what? It says, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. Now it was the known earth at that time, because Alexander the Great thought he ruled, he conquered the whole earth, the whole world, right? At that time, but he didn't know about America. You see where the northern kingdom was. But in these different captivities, was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They were in the Greek captivity. Well, they started in the they were in the Salakia. They were in the Medo-Persian captivity. Then they went to the Greek captivity. Then they went to the Roman captivity. All right, this was the Jews. All right, well, the northern kingdom, they were over here already. They came out of the Syrian captivity. They came over to the Americas. Right? So continuing on, it says, I read that again. And after thee shall arise another kingdom, inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things. And as iron that breaketh all these, till it break in pieces and bruise. And that was the Roman Empire. Right, that's the fourth kingdom. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with married clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. That's where we're at right now in that image. In that statue that Daniel saw, right? We're in a part of the toes right now, because the kingdom is divided right now. These Edomites can't agree on nothing, right? Let's go to Daniel chapter 7, okay? Salakia. And Lord willing, this is making sense to you, brothers and sisters out there, all right? Daniel 7 and I'm starting at verse 4. Verse 2, it says, and Daniel spake and said, I saw it in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heavens drove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up out of the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings, and I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked. And I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up. Salakia. Read again. All right, Daniel 7 and 4. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings, and I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear. That's the first was the Assyrian Babylonian Empire. The second was the Medo-Persian Empire. Right? That's the bear. And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh. Now those three ribs were, I believe it was Egypt, Lydia, and I forgot the other one. I think it was Babylon. I believe, yeah, Egypt, Lydia, and Babylon. I believe that was those are the three ribs. Verse 6, and after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. The beast had also four heads, and dominion was given to it. Now this is the Greek Empire, where Alexander the Great, came in on the scene, right? He took down the Persians, right? So and the four heads were the four generals, which were Ptolemy, Ptolemy, Seleucus, I forgot his name, Lysimachus, and Cassander. Those are the four heads, right? I read it again. After this I beheld, and lo, like a leopard. This is like, I read it again. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of its 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. This is where they came into power. This is where the beast system came into play, right? Verse 7, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and that had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. All right, no, 10 horns were what? 10 vassal states. All right, this is the Roman Empire. All right. Verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. This is America right here, man. It tells you that in Revelation 13 and 11, that he saw, John the Revelator saw another beast, had 2 horns like a lamb. All right? But let's get over here. Let's get First Maccabees. Okay? Now we're going into history. Right? To know the mystery, you got to know the history. All right? This is First Maccabees chapter 1. All right? Now this is the Greek captivity where the Israelites were. The Jews. All right, you can go to this history. It's good history to read, man. This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1, and it says, and it happened after that. Salakia. Read it again. All right, First Maccabees 1 and 1, and it says, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who was an Edomite, right, who came out of the land of Kittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians, and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. You see, so he ruled over the known world at that time. You see. Verse 4, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him, right? And after these things, he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. So he got Alexander the Great. He got sick. All right, after he established all these kingdoms, right? He fell sick, and he passed away. I forgot what he passed away from. But verse 6, it says, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. And like I said, it was Ptolemy, Cassander, Seleucus, and I can't say his name, Lysimachus, right? Continuing on, it says, verse 7, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his own place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. This is where the Edomites started their rulership. All right, this is where they came into power during the Greek captivity, and it went into the Romans. All right, it says, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks, and the Greeks were Edomites. All right, it says, in those days there went out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so for herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do missions. So our people sold out, man. They sold out to these devils. You see? Which Antiochus, he was an Edomite. All right? Ptolemy, Cassander, they were all Edomites, man. All right? Alexander himself was the Edomite. His father was, let me just read, his father was Philip. All right? He was an Edomite. These are descendants of Edom, man. All right? And they came and they started to come into power, all right, around the Greeks, around the Greek Empire, which you don't find in the Bible. It jumps from the Old to right to the New Testament. They leave out the first and second Maccabees, where the children of Israel, they were in captivity, which were the Jews, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They were in captivity in the Greek Empire, right? So now, let's go to Revelation. Okay. Revelation 13. All right. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1, and it says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea." There's John the Revelator, all right? John the Revelator, all right? He was on the island of Patmos. He was the only one of the apostles who didn't get put to death. He was sentenced into a prison on the island of Patmos, all right? And the Lord gave him visions while he was on the island of Patmos. You see? So this is Revelation chapter 13 and 1. "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy." Now those 7 heads are what? The Greeks, the Romans, Germania Major, Germania Minor, all right, the French, the Spanish, and the British. Those are the 7 heads, all right, and the 10 horns, all right, which today represents the EU. But back then it was the 10 vassal states of Rome. I forgot their names. I know the Ostrogoths, the Lombardis, the Visigoths, the Hereles. I got 4. I don't know the rest of them. They slipped my mind. But the 7 heads are the Greeks. It started with the Greeks. All right, that's when they came. That's when they started to coming to power. The Edomites started with the Greeks, then the Romans, then Germania Major, the Germania Minor, the French, the Spanish, then the British. Then out of the British came the 13 colonies, which they went to America. That's the eighth. That's the 8th horn, the 8th beast. Verse 2. "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard." See, it was like unto a leopard. Which that leopard was who? We just read it in First Maccabees. Was Alexander the Great, and you can go and Google. He wore a leopard skin. All right, he put it on a horse, and he had a helmet made of leopard. Right, he had a leopard helmet as well. So going back, I read again, Revelation 13 and 1. "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast." All right, these beasts are men. All right, you go to the word beast is therion. It's a savage like man. All right, "I saw a beast rise up out of the earth, out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." So they were winning at this time. Verse 2. "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet where's the feet of a bear." The leopard were the Greeks. The bear, this is talking about Russia. All right, it says, "And his mouth was the mouth of a lion," which goes into the British, "and the dragon," right? The dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. So the Roman Empire established their great authority, man. They gave him the Roman Empire gave him that power, right? Let's read Revelation 12 in verse 1. It says, "And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head." What's this great red dragon? That's Esau, that goes into Herod the Great. when he was trying to kill the Savior at that time, who the world calls Jesus Christ, but his name is Yahushua. Right? I read it again. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth, which that's Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. So he wanted to kill, all right, the Savior, man. He wanted to kill Yahushua, but he couldn't, because Joseph and his wife Mary, they fled to Egypt. You see, so that great red dragon is Esau. Let's go back to Genesis. Okay, Genesis 25. All right, and 25, and the first came out red. All right. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. See, that's who Esau Edom is, man. That's that great red dragon, right? It's lucky. And it reads, verse 3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast how that deadly wound was healed. All right, let's go to Revelation 20. Okay, that deadly wound was the Western Roman Empire, right? Revelation chapter 20 and verse 1, right? Satan bound for 1,000 years. This is not the spiritual demon Satan. All right, this is the devil Esau Edom, man, right? Verse 20, verse 1, it says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. And that 1,000 years, that little season is now, man. He was loosed at the Byzantine Empire, which that was us. That was Jake. We were ruling. That's why they called them the Dark Ages. All right, because we were ruling at that time. You know, they call them the Moors, right? That was us ruling at that time, and we ruled for over 1,000 years, man. We ruled Spain. We ruled the most part of Europe. You know, Spain, Italy, Germany. All right. We were in Russia. That's why Vladimir Putin, you know, he showed those icons, because that was us, man. We are the people of the Bible. We are the true Israelites, not the people in the Holy Land, right? Those are the fakes. They were set up, right? So verse 3 again, and cast them into the bottomless pit, which that bottomless pit was Europe, all right? And it's Europe because Europe don't have no, you know, nothing grows there, right? And cast him to the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season, and that season is now. Jump down to verse 7, right? And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather themselves together to battle, the number of whom is the sand. It is the sand of the sea, you see. And they came back out of those mountains, and they started to go out through the whole earth. They come out through the Renaissance, which Renaissance means rebirth, right? And that deadly wound was healed, right? So let's go back to Revelation 13, in verse 3, and it says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast, you see. And that deadly wound was healed was Esau. Right, not Esau, the Roman Empire, right? And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. All right, which was 350 years, right? To rule over the children of Israel. Right, until we woke up again, which we're standing up, which we're waking up right now, right? Verse 6, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Right? They changed the Job 9:24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. All right. He changed the face of the judges thereof. He changed the face of the Most High. They claim to be the people. All right. They say the UFOs are aliens. Right? They put up a picture of Caesar Borgia, right, and said that this is the so-called Son of Man. They changed his name, called him Jesus Christ, right? Called him the Most High God, right? They blasphemed the name, the Most High, the angels and the Son, man. You see? It says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given unto him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, right? Which is now, man. You see, he's ruling over all people, right? Let's read that again. It says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites. You read Psalms 50:5 and Psalms 149 and Psalms 147. Let's read that actually. Let's go to that. All right. This is Psalms 147:13. Let them praise the name of the Lord, right? Let them praise the name of the Lord. What's the name of the Lord? The name of the Lord is Yahweh. All right, the Most High, the Father, the boss of the universe. His name is Yahweh. His son's name is what? Yahweh Shai, man, not Jesus Christ. All right? Reading it again. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. So the saints are who? The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and those who are scattered abroad. You are the saints. You are the children of Israel, the children of Yasharallah. Yah meaning he, Shar mean prince, Allah mean power. He is the prince of the power. He is the prince of God. All right. So going back to Revelation 13:7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. Right. It says it was given unto him. The Lord allowed him to do that. The Lord allowed him to give power over us, to make war with it, to destroy us. All right, to put us in slavery. Right, to do all types of manner of wickedness to us, man. Right. The Lord allowed it, and to overcome them. And power was given unto him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. So he has power over all people. Why? Because he rules over all the earth. Job 9:24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. All right, we know who the wicked are. The wicked are Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting with the top begging elites, man. You see? You know? The Rothschilds, all right, the Rockefellers, you know, George Soros. These are the small hats. These are Amalek. Right? Verse 8, it says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So those who are not of the elect, you're going to worship the beast in its image. You're going to take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. See? Let's go into verse. Let's keep reading this. All right, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So these nations are going to slavery, man, starting with Esau, Edom. Let's get Jeremiah. And people don't like to hear that. They don't like to hear that, oh, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have these nations in slavery, man. Right? Let's get Psalms. Psalms chapter 2. In verse, I saw that one. It says, why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy mountain, Salakia. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion, which is the Israelites. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. We're gonna have the heathen in slavery, man. We're gonna have them as an inheritance. Starting with the elect, right? Verse 9: Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. See? And Esau, they're the first ones going to get that rod of iron. See? Let's get Jeremiah. Going the wrong way. Jeremiah 16, right? Matter of fact, Jeremiah 30, Salakia. Jeremiah 30 and 16, it says, Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. What is captivity? Captivity is slavery. All right, Edomites, Ammonites, Moabites, Ishmael, Elam, they all go into captivity, man. Right? And if you don't know who it is, so-called white people, all right, so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese, so-called Arabs, so-called East Indian, so-called Africans, you all going into slavery, man, in the kingdom of heaven. And who will rule over you? The children of Israel. We will rule over you. If you look, whether you like it or not, you're going to like it. You're going to want that. Right? Verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give thee for a prey. You're going to be prey unto us, man. You know? We're going to be whipping you with that whipping stick like you did us. See? Let's get Jeremiah 16. And it reads, Jeremiah 16, and I'm going to start at 14. It says, Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers, the land of the north. What's the land of the north? It's America, right? Jeremiah 50 real quick. Right, this is where Judah and Ephraim are pressed together. That's how we know that we're the children of Israel, right? Jeremiah 50 and verse, I think 30, yeah. I read 30, it says, Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her young men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord God of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. That's not it, but we'll read it. It says, And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Right, the Lord's gonna be a fire in the land of America by nuclear destruction. Right? America, Babylon the Great is gonna go out by nuclear fire, man. ICBM missiles being shot off from the ends of from these different nations. And you people out here, you're gonna be burned up. You Israelites out here that don't want to repent, you're gonna be burned up. Right? You deserve it. Because you following the way of the beast of America, Babylon the Great, of Esau, Edom. Right? Let's get that verse 33, Salakia. I'll keep reading. It says verse 33, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. You see? So the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. This is where we're oppressed at. All right? The southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and the northern kingdom, Ephraim and his companions. All right? The Native Americans, the Seminole Indians, right? The Colombians, the Uruguayans, Panamanians, right? So-called Mexicans, right? This is where we're oppressed at. See? But in the days to come, because like I said, this is the end of Esau's world. All right? Prophesy against Mount Seir and tell them that they're coming down, man. Right? Matter of fact, let's go back to that. Let's get Jeremiah 51. All right? Esau is coming down, man. Let's get that. We're telling Esau and these other nations their judgment, right? This is Jeremiah 50. Man, let's go to 51. Jeremiah 51. Now let's go back to 50. Jeremiah 50 and verse 35, it says, a sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, which the modern Chaldeans are what? Who are who? The wicked elite. Because back then the elite, the Chaldeans were the elite over Babylon, over the Babylonians, right? It says, a sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more in the inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Behold, a people shall come from the north, a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Talking about who? This talking about Russia, all right, and the kings of the earth. You know, Iran, Turkey. Who else? What they call Iran, Turkey? Oh, the African nations, right? They're gonna be raised up, and they're gonna Russia is gonna be a god unto them, right? It says, as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, right, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Behold, a people shall come from the north, right, a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall run upon their horses. Every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. What's these bows talking about? Those ICBM missiles, those nuclear warheads. All right, coming over from the ends of the earth to America. And America's going to retaliate. They're going to shoot up their missiles too. But America will be totally destroyed, man. It's going to be a lake of fire. And that's how we know it's going to be the end of Esau's world, man. The end of Esau's rulership. Right? Let's get Isaiah 47. Right? Isaiah 47 and verse 1, it says, come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right? It was a one point in time where everybody wanted to come to America. America was winning at one point. You know, people want to come over here, start a build up build up a life, right? Bring their families. But now, these nations see how America is now. You see, they see America for what it really is. It says, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man. That's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai is going to come back. He's not going to meet us as a man. See, he's going to come back as an angelic force. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt be no more called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Right? They showed us no mercy, man. All right. These nations, especially Esau, they showed us no mercy. Right? Lynching us, killing us, right? Putting us in jail, You know, killing out, raping, robbing, and murdering our children, right? And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou dost not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, that thou art given to pleasures, thou dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. They believe that they're never going to be taken down, man. Right? They believe that they can never go out of power. Right? But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. This is the judgment of America, man. Of America, Babylon the Great, and upon Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? So with the top wicked elite, man, on down. You see? Verse 12, stand down with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail, right? Stand with your enchantments, Esau. On the left-hand side, they do these rituals, right? They do these what they call cooking up spirits, right? They do witchcraft on the left-hand side. They conjure up demons. They literally worship. They talk to Satan, man. You see, Satan. They have an empty seat where Satan sits, and they, you know, he tells them things. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. You're gonna rule for this amount of time, right? But like we just read, Esau's season is over, man. You know, their little season they came into rule. Their little season is up, man. It's about to be done away with. It's about to be over, right? Verse 13. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to set before it. They shall thus shall they be even unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. Salakia. From thy youth they shall wander everyone from his quarter, none shall save thee. So America, Babylon's will come down, man. All right, and this is synonymous with Esau's, Edom's. All right, destruction. Let's get Psalms. All right, let's get that Psalms. This is Psalms 137. It says, hey, Dwadi, how about Shemal Shah? Psalms 137 and verse 7, it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, meaning destroy it, right? Even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth the little ones against the stones. So America is Esau is synonymous with America, man, in the destruction. Give me 1 second. All right, this up. All right, we good. Let that go past. All right, so let's get another one. All right, this is Jeremiah. This is Isaiah 63, right? This is a prophecy that hasn't come to pass yet. This is Isaiah 63 and verse 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom? So let me read that again. All right, Isaiah 63 and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, that I speak in righteousness mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thine garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. This is talking about Yahushua, man. All right, now he's not really he's not gonna have bloods of garment on himself, but it's symbolic of what he's gonna do. He's gonna, kill a lot of Edomites, man. Especially the top, not the top wicked elite, but he's gonna kill a lot of the wicked, man. Right? It says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with them. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my Redeemer is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury. And I will bring down their strength to the earth. The Lord's gonna bring down Esau's Edom's strength to the earth, man. Let's get Isaiah 14. That's another good one. Call Yahabashim Yahushai. Right? This is Isaiah 14. And verse 4 says, that thou, Salaki, I'm gonna start at verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest upon thy... Matter of fact, I'm starting at verse 1. Alright? It says, Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. Now, who are these strangers? These strangers are other Israelites. All right, if you go into that word, and if you go to the word Hebrew, Salaki, if you go into the word strangers in the Hebrew, it's the word gar. All right, which is talking about Israelites. All right, it says, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Who's our oppressors? All right, these other nations who ruled over us, especially Esau, man. They're the main oppressor right now. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from the fear, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast made us serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Who's the king of Babylon today? Esau, man. Right? Verse 5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. Right? It says he smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger. He ruled the nations in anger, man. All right? The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, right? Because this devil is destroying the earth. All right? GMO foods, chemtrails in the air that we're breathing in. Right? The earth is languishing, man. It's mourning. You see? You got fake food, right? GMO fake foods, the chemtrails in the air, right? They're destroying. They're cutting down trees, right? Verse 8. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedar trees of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Right? Verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Now, who is that talking about? Is that talking about the spiritual demon Satan? No. All right? Lucifer just means light bearer. All right? That's why they call themselves the Illuminati, the illuminated ones. They had the light on the left-hand side, though. Right? So Lucifer is speaking to Esau. All right? It's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. All right? Reading again. How art thou fallen, O heaven, Salaki? How how art thou fallen from heaven? Which their heaven is what? Rulership, right? This is for the Israelites. This is our hell, right? We're in hell right now. For Esau, this is their heaven. They're in rulership right now. They're winning, right? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. You see, he wants to be like the Lord, man. You see, he wants to be like the Lord Yahweh. He wants to be like the Most High. He has a God complex. Matter of fact, let's get real quick. Now let's get Ezekiel 28. And it reads, Ezekiel 28 and verse 1, it says, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Right? He searched out everything, man. Right? With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and gotten silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Right? And that traffic goes into what? Trade. All right? It was at certain it was a port strike going on, but they say that they made up a deal till January 15th, which that's that peace and safety, man. All right, but continuing on, it says, therefore said the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am a power? But thou shalt be a man and no power in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers. For I have spoken, it said the Lord Yahweh. You see? So they have a God complex, man. They want to be like the Most High. That's why in 2 Thessalonians, that's why they want to put a chip in you, man, to track and trace you. And if you go against their system, right, they want to turn it off. They can freeze your bank account, right? Because on the chip, it's gonna have your medical records, your wallet, your ID, your car keys, everything, man, right? So they're gonna try to make it convenient for you, but that's actually a snare. You see? So continuing on, let's get 2 Thessalonians. All right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, which the Israelites we fell away, all right, during the time of 70 AD, right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which that means destruction, man. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped. So he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. What is the temple of the Most High, man? The temple of the Most High, well now is our body. That's the temple. All right, 1 Corinthians 3 and I believe that's 16. All right. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right. That wicked is being revealed right now, man. Esau is being revealed, and they're being revealed through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, through the prophets of the Lord, man. Right? Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause shall the Most High send them strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. That's our people, man. Right? They don't want the truth of the matter. They want to be asleep. All right. So going back, Isaiah 14 and verse 15, it says, "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee." I read it again, Salakia. "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?" Right, it says, "Is this the man?" That's showing you that Lucifer was talking about Esau, man. Right? "That made the whole world as the wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof. They opened not the houses of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one of his own house." You see? So the Esau Edom's gonna be taken down, man, and we're in the end of their rulership. All right, let's get a few more. Let's go back to Revelation 17. I'm gonna jump straight to the point. Revelation 17 and 14. It says, "These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. These shall make war with the Lamb." Salakia. Verse 15. "And they said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, which is America." All right. She sits upon the beast. Right. She rides that beast. Right. "And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." So the 10 horns represent today are the EU nations. All right, they're going to hate the whore, man. They're going to hate America, Babylon the Great. Right? "And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth." And that great city is what? America, man. All right, that's that great city. You see? And then who reigns over this great city? Esau, the so-called white man, the wicked elite. All right? And then you Israelites out here, hey, if you don't repent to Yahweh Shem Shai, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right, you're going to be destroyed by, hey, good. You should be destroyed. Because you don't want to, let's get Isaiah 30. All right? Because you Israelites are hard-headed. We are a hard-headed nation, man. Isaiah 30 and verse 8, it says, "Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord." You don't want to hear the law of the Lord, man. You don't want to hear the true words of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? Salakia. It says, "Which say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits." Right? You don't want to hear the truth of the matter. You want to hear smooth things. You want to hear everything. Oh, God loves all. You'll be all right. Jesus loves all. No, man. That's not what we're here to. We're not here to give you that puke, that Christianity BS. We ought to give you the raw truth, 100%. It says, "Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." See, they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the true words of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know, they want to be in the world and hear smooth things. They want to be in a Christian church. The things that you hear from the prophets of the Lord, you're not going to hear in the Christian church, man. They're going to give you lies and deceit. You know, so let me get one more. All right, to close out with. So the title of this lesson was "Prophesy Against Mount Seir," and that's what we're doing, man. Tell them of their judgment, of what's to come. See, and their judgment was to be taken down. They're going into slavery, man. Remember, let's get Obadiah. All right, let's read that. Obadiah 1 and 18. It says, and the house of Jacob, right, shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle him, and they shall kindle in them, and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. And that's a prophecy, man, against Esau, man. All right, against the so-called white man, starting with the top, begging the least. That's they'll be in the kingdom of heaven. They'll be as slaves. Let's get Revelation 2 and 26. All right. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26, and it says, and he that overcometh, oh, I gotta get another one. And he that overcometh, keeping my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter's, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father. You see that? Let's get Amos. Let's get Amos, or Amos, chapter 9. All right. This is Amos 9. Come on, man. Amos 9 and verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as a corn is sifted in a seed. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Right? The evil of the Lord's people, the Israelites, shall die by the sword, man. You're going to die out here in Jacob's trouble. You're going to die of famine. You're going to die of the sword. You're going to die some type of way. Right? It says, verse 11, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I'll raise up his ruins, and I'll build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all the heathen which are called by my name, said the Lord that doeth this. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes of him that soweth seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel. And they shall build the waste cities, and inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards, and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens, and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, said the Lord, thy power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, man. You see, so the tabernacle of David, which is being raised up today, all right, which is spiritual, all right, is being built up again, man. And in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have possession of the heathen, starting with Esau and the heathen, man. You see, so that's all I got for today. All right, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to you brothers and sisters out there. All right, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach you well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, Lord, this is edifying. All right, hey, continue to keep the faith, continue to endure. All right, continue to pray, man, because you're almost out of here. Lord willing, of the elect, man. All right, we're about to go through the hard times, but the Lord's gonna let us. The Lord, He said His servants will eat. And Lord willing, we have that number, man. So, hey, may the grace of Yahweh Shemi Shah be with you brothers and sisters out there. Till next video, I'm gonna say Shalom. Kwame Asher Rallah Wa Baba Shalom.